Hey everyone, it's Andrew here, and in this video, I'm going to be showing you exactly how you can build wealth even if you don't make a lot of money and you don't have a lot of savings. And also the real purpose of this is to help you achieve that financial freedom so that you can live life on your own terms and do what's important to you, whether that be spending time with your family, taking more vacations, or just buying that new pearl white Lamborghini. So in less than 10 minutes, I'm going to be giving you all the tools and knowledge you need to get started right now. And hey, this might be the one video that changes your life, so stick around and let's get started. All right, so just to lay some important context to this topic, we already know that the average American lives paycheck to paycheck and hardly has enough savings to cover themselves in the event that something unexpected happens. Like you lose your job, your car decides to give up on life, or you suddenly reach that sweet, sweet retirement age and realize, oh, wait a minute. Okay, I need to check something here. Okay, $300,000 in the bank account. Woo, we're good. But wait, there's more. We might be severely underestimating the amount of money that's actually needed to build wealth and retire on good terms, especially nowadays. So let's break this down into two main parts. How much money do you actually need in order to build some wealth and retire if you want? And how can you start building that wealth right now? The average household income in America is $60,000, and the average cost of living is pretty much about the same. So as you can imagine, if you don't already have a big nest egg built up and you stop working, your retirement savings is likely to run out fast. Probably faster than the time it takes you to finally getting around to cleaning and organizing that garage. Classic dad joke. Hey, that was pretty funny, right?
No, not really.
Okay. Back to business. Before we jump into the good stuff, if you don't already have a way of managing your finances right now, and you're not sure where you stand financially, I actually have a basic spreadsheet tool that I've created, and you can utilize it if you want to. It's totally free, I'm giving it away, so if you stick around to the end of the video, you'll get more information on that. So let's be real here, most people do not take the time to learn the strategies to building wealth, and the unfortunate reality is schools don't teach you this stuff either, because they have more important things to teach you, like Algebra 2, which clearly everyone will be using on a day-to-day basis, right? Actually, I think I've used some sort of calculation from Algebra 2 once to figure out the exact speed and angle needed to do my little 360 dismount thing on my motorcycle without making it tip over. Totally nailed it. All right, so anyway, let's do a reality check. And let's say, hypothetically speaking, that your expenses for the year are a total of $60,000. So I'm using $60,000 in this example because the average single person or maybe couple in a small household would spend at least that much on groceries, gas, vehicle expenses, insurance, home expenses, you name it. All the small basic stuff that we all need, it's going to be about $60,000 for the average household. Now in this scenario, let's say you have $300,000 saved up for retirement in the bank, and you have $60,000 worth of living expenses every year. You're going to run out of money in less than 6 years and be dead broke. So let's just put a sad face in that area there. So here's a little secret. Everyone has their own personal magic number that they must have invested in order to achieve financial freedom and never have to worry about money again. In fact, the trick is to get to the point where you have just the right amount of money invested to where you can just keep spending money and your account balance is not even going down, it's going up. And I know, you might be saying,
but Andrew, that's not how life works. You can't just keep spending money and expect your bank account balance to increase. That doesn't make any logical sense.
And I hear you, but here's a way that you can actually make this cool little infinite money loop thing happen. Now, in this example of needing $60,000 of your expenses covered every year, you would need to build up an investment portfolio up high enough that would pay this amount or more passively. Now, for this example, you're going to need not $300,000, but you're going to need precisely $1 million invested at 6%, which would guarantee you a $60,000 a year salary paid to you essentially for the rest of your life. It's important to know that that money would theoretically never run out and never go down in balance. So we're going to give him a happy smiley face. Now I'm using $1 million because it's a round number, and at a 6% return, that's pretty much a guaranteed safe return that you're going to get on your investment performance. So essentially the $1 million would stay there as $1 million in the account, and you'd be getting $60,000 a year passively while you're at the beach sipping on pina coladas and getting caught in the rain. Now, I'm assuming that you probably don't have $1 million just sitting around under your mattress. So in order to build up to your first $1 million, there are all sorts of different investment vehicles out there that you can simply and easily use to get to this place, such as a 401k, Roth IRA, index funds, stocks, real estate, you name it. There's plenty of options out there. So let's just pick one of these to talk about today. I'm going to be showing you an example of a Roth IRA where you can just quickly get started on building your wealth right away, and anyone can do it. So with a Roth IRA, it's just a retirement account where you can put money into, and by the age of 59 and a half, you can pull out all of your money completely tax-free without paying any capital gains tax like you would on some other investment options. With this type of account, it's worth noting that it's not worth pulling your money out early. In fact, you're going to pay penalties and taxes when you do that, and it kind of defeats the whole purpose of using compound interest to your advantage and just letting your money grow. So the summary and the game plan is just put the money in and leave it alone. And that goes for any type of investment account, not just the Roth IRA. All right, so let's say that you've decided today is the day that you want to figure out exactly how to become financially free by building wealth and get to your magic number. So let's do the math. If you start off with $0 and contribute just $100 per month to your IRA account every month for the next 30 years, and let's assume a conservative 8% return, you'll have $135,000 at the end of those 30 years. Now this is obviously a really bad example because you can't buy that Lamborghini with $135,000, and you certainly can't retire on that. So let's jump into a more realistic example. If you start off with $0 and contribute $500 per month for 30 years, you're going to end up with $679,000. But to really get to our magic number, for this example, you'll need to leave that account alone for 5 more years to finally see your balance hit $1 million. Now, of course, the name of the game here is compound interest. So the sooner you can start doing this and the more you contribute over time, the more money you're going to end up with at the end of the day. And your money is going to grow exponentially. Now, young people, especially teenagers, have a significant advantage when it comes to this. If you were to start doing this at, let's say, 20 years old, you're going to be a millionaire before you even hit the average retirement age because you have the compounding time effect on your side. But the reality is you can start this at any age and you're still going to end up with some great success with it. By the way, quick disclaimer, this video is not intended to be official financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only for YouTube, and I always recommend that you consult with a CPA on planning and executing all of your financial matters. Also, a word of caution on this, your magic number might not be $1 million. It might be a little bit less, but likely it's going to be more. There are a lot of studies out there that show right now that you need at least $2 or $3 million to actually retire nowadays. All right, so that almost wraps things up. In summary, this is a great way to put your financial situation on paper and evaluate and see where you need to put and allocate your money in order to build your wealth, retire rich, and get some of that sweet, sweet financial freedom everybody keeps talking about. Oh, and also if you would like that free financial tool that I was talking about earlier, you can download that in the description below, or there's a video in the description below that will have the download link in there. So with all that said, if you got some value out of today's video, would you do me a favor and hit that like button for me? It greatly helps out the channel. And also if you want to see more future videos, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. But wait, there's more. If you don't already have a way of managing yeah. Well, Mia is my executive assistant in the studio here, and she's supposed to like my dad jokes.
Hi, my name is Mia and I can do anything.
back to business. Hoffman tutorials and okay. Oh yeah. No, I'll just keep rolling and you just get like a bunch of different shots.
Yeah, stop looking at me.
Okay. Okay.